According to Christianity today, most Christians will say that the law of God has been done away with. The common trend is that the law has been fulfilled by Jesus. Christ has said it, apostles have preached it, there really is no need to follow the law of God. And why are some so stuck on the fact that they have to follow the law of God? This is what you hear from the pulpits, especially on Sunday mornings. There's also one more thing you will hear from pulpits on Sunday morning, and that is that you have to follow the law of Caesar. Now, this is namely taken from Romans chapter 13, verse 1. I want to read that verse for you today because you will hear this quite often. So here is what it says. Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and the authorities that do exist are appointed by God. So here we have a statement that the law of God is done away with, but yet at the same time the law of Caesar stands. Now this seems to be quite problematic when it comes to the New Testament theology, because we would have to then state that God has entrusted humanity with His own law because He makes the government His own agent to set up this government and to make sure that this government now decides what is lawful, what is not, what is sin, what is not. What I see here is a preparation for a great delusion of the world so that we will walk away from the law of God and follow the law of Caesar. This is what I truly see in that presentation, especially when it comes to the law of God being done away with, and at the same time we uplift the law of Caesar. If this is true, brothers and sisters, then we must conclude that Paul and the rest of the apostles have been preaching that the law of God is done away with, but you must follow the law of Caesar. If this is true, then Paul could not have been a true apostle of Jesus Christ. That is impossible for Paul to state that I will do away with the law of God. God has done it, and He has instituted a human agent to preserve what is sin, what is not. This is a delusion. This is what the world is looking at, especially when it comes to the Roman Catholic Church that has instituted Sunday as the day of worship. And most of Christianity has swallowed that hook and believes that today, including that the rest of the commandments have been done away with, and we have changed the law of God into something else. And now we are using the Bible incorrectly, I must add, totally out of context, and we are staying and stating very publicly, very officially, that the law of God is done away with, yet the law of Caesar we must keep. This is not a biblical theology. This is Arthur for Intrinsic Truth, and this is all I have to say today about the Sabbath issue.